Austin Desperados taking on the Denver Broncos.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Austin Desperados. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
A pass there over the middle to start things out. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Joe, a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 58 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Score Desperados 10, Broncos nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and you shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. Right here?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here. Complete to his tight end.
Complete.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
4. And it's third down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Now 4th down.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
First down and 10. At their own.
Boston's offense ready to go again. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Number 33, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and
he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
First and 10.
They gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports.
Desperados 10, Broncos nothing.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. At the Broncos.
The throw to the middle, taken in. And they'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up second and 3 at the 4-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. They've had it twice, they've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
4 yards. First down, Denver.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Broncos.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 13. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
Broncos, nothing.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over, and they got there to break that one up.
Makes the score Desperados 20, Broncos 3.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 28-14 was your final score. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys catching the ball, too.
Yeah, you name it. It's all coming together for them. What they call that synergy. Everything working together really well. And right now, he's the focal point of it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tackle.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it?
In trouble, and he's taken down.
A loss of 12 yards.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But that definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Austin's offense ready to go again. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So they bring out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos about set to go on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
A loss of 12 yards. It's second.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? The quarterback gets hit.
Huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Number 82. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Complete to number 16.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And the Broncos 1st down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So now fourth and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will close the gap down to 14.
Broncos 6.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Austin's offense ready to go again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's...
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Broncos on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have
the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Result of the play is a turnover.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead
getting even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A 10-play drive that time.
Broncos 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the home team here, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.